So yesterday, as the news broke about Tory Lanez getting poked up behind the wall, 1090 Jake put out a video, and there was a lot of speculation going on. There was people thinking it was cap, it wasn't true. I wasn't exactly sure why that was. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think if you were one of the individuals who thought that it could be cap. Like, you see this woman here saying, as later more news came out, like an official post from Tory Lanez certified social network saying that he was stabbed 14 times, 7 wounds to the back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He's now breathing on his own despite being in pain. He's talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. And he also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. So this was wild because, 1090 Jake was just speculating more or less off his knowledge of being in prison and the way things go or whatever. But he did time in Florida, you know what I'm saying? The West Coast is different, and that had 1090 Jake thinking that it had to be someone that was his own race, that it couldn't have went a different way, you know what I mean? But as we're about to get to that, different reports have came out now, but you see this woman saying that she has too much trauma, ICU experience, and have taken care of countless stabbing victims to let this slide. You get stabbed 14 times, twice being in the head and bilateral. You're not getting extubated, and you will have multiple trips to the OR. So she was like saying, this has got to be cap. He's not, he wouldn't be breathing on his own and everything. He'd be in an operation. We've seen multiple operations, as we've seen a lot of people celebrating, which was fucking crazy to me. I couldn't believe that, man. And then someone making a joke being like, how we know he was stabbed if there's no knife fragments in him? So that kind of is almost someone poking at the case, no pun intended, but all the stuff about mag, if it was glass or bullet fragments and all that, and you know what I mean? But now there's a news source speaking out. Spider Loke put a call in, or got a call one way or another. He tapped in with someone behind the wall who filled everyone in with a more thorough update.
What's Gucci? What's cracking? What it do, Five? Shit, nothing much to look, right? This morning, brother, the next came out and bust on the boy Tory. They airlifted him and all that, so that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We're gonna respond the right way to that. They laid the yard down. It happened in the building. What was it over? It was over some. What he had did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something? Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation, So it was just like some foul play. So it's gonna be up. Yeah, for sure, with some foul play. Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him? Wasn't nobody right there with him? Yeah, I guess nobody with him. He was by himself out there. A whole cheer for the next. He on a whole cheer for the next. Well, you already know, once we get on this shit, we put some play on. First play. I'm already knowing. God damn. You don't know if he's gonna be all right or not either, huh? Nah, we don't know yet. He's gonna be all right, though. He's gonna pull through, though. That's right. That's crazy, because I've been out here. I've been, the whole time he's been going through what he's been going through, I've been feeling like that got railroaded. I hate to see him in that position. I'm glad for sure he got railroaded. Yeah, he got railroaded. I'm glad that that's the innocent man in prison, bro. I believe it. 100%. How he been programming it? He been programming cool? Man, all he do is program, come outside, work out, play ball, do him. That's right. I heard it's been cracking up there too. It was a riot the other day, not too long ago. Yeah, he was I want to say 3 weeks ago, it was a riot. Yeah, I got 50 weeks. You been straight though? Yeah, he been cracking up here. Yeah, I been straight. You know me, keeping my head up high. I got 4 months left.
So you see, according to, that source is saying it was indeed some Mexican inmates who did this, and you hear them that Tory Lanez has just been chilling, programming, getting his workout on, playing ball, just trying to push by with, do his bid. He also has an appeal in which I saw people talking about that yesterday. Like, damn, how the fuck, dude, just, when certain things are going on with the appeal, this happens. Like, they felt in this conspiratorial realms about it all. But I want to know what everyone out there thinks, if you believe that he was railroaded, or you think that there's something funny style with that as far as appeal, that, the timing of this all, or, that would indicate like someone was pulling strings from up above trying to put a word out or whatever. Like they didn't want to see him come home or whatever. They didn't want to see the appeal go through. But as far as that source, I don't know that they, it sounded like it definitely was, a very serious incident. I'm just saying that to kind of try to highlight the people that are like trying to say that this was cap or it's being exaggerated or something like that. I just couldn't understand why so many people thought that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was, for real, it was like yesterday, that's all you saw was people reacting, either celebrating Tory Lanez getting stabbed or making jokes about it, which just was bonkers to me. I just couldn't understand. I didn't get when Tory Lanez became such a hated individual by the public that people would celebrate him getting poked up. Like, that was just insane to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. The internet people troll and say outlandish-ish for the sake of it. So, their social media post or their video or whatever they're putting up is going to get more views, more impressions and all that. But it was like crazy. It was the number of people that I saw talking ill of Tory Lanez and making jokes and stuff was just like flucked up, man. And then here we are now. Aside from the people celebrating, it was either that or people acting like it was some kind of lie. I just didn't get it, man. The way people react sometimes is bonkers, but you hear it from someone behind the wall like this was indeed a very serious incident, and it sounded like, there may be indeed more wild-ish that goes down behind this. I mean, that's the way things go in prison, you know what I mean? I thought Tory Lanez would be in like a PC type housing situation where he'd be protected, and I don't know, there's just so much about this I don't get. It don't really make sense to me. The fact that Tory Lanez is a celebrity, that celebrity status as well, just there could be someone that you looked at like a trophy, you know what I mean? Like, they want to add that to their resume, that they got at Tory Lanez. And real talk, I was trying to remember yesterday. Tap in, comment, everyone, and let me know your thoughts, right? If you ever recall a celebrity getting done dirty like that behind the wall, you know what I mean? But there you have it, man. According to this exclusive from Spider Loke, it was a Mexican inmate, and it sounds like it's definitely going to be some tensions behind this. And basically just from that source of saying it's just foul play. You know what I mean? The full story ain't out there yet, but man, that's a crazy update. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Tory Lanez pulls through. If that indeed is actual factual, that he's breathing on his own and all that type ish, that should be, he should pull through, right? But could have damage that carries on, you know what I mean? When you get poked up like that, the organs, nerves, neurological issues, like only time will tell what will be the aftermath and outcome, and how this will affect Tory Lanez's life for the future, you know what I mean? As well as that appeal, that legal battle that he continues to fight for his freedom. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, share your thoughts about it all. Sub up. I'm about here.